I don't have to be like, oh no. Right now I can celebrate life. Good morning. I look like a crack addict, but it's gonna have to be okay. I want to show you my breakfast that I'm making. It's 7 a.m. Winchester is still asleep, hubby is still asleep, and I'm just making myself some food because I'm starving. I got my 5 eggs and I cook them on a cast iron. I eat 5 eggs every single morning. I love them. All right, I've got my 5 eggs and my prenatals. I always have to make sure to take those because I'm breastfeeding. And then I pair my eggs with ketchup because by themselves it would be a little bit much, but ketchup just helps add more flavor and all that kind of good stuff because I can't add cheese or milk. So this is what I do. I love them to death, and I'm gonna wait for the baby to wake up. Oh, while I drink a cup of coffee. You can probably hear it. It is finishing up my power juice. I think the worker clock coffee. Of course I drink it black, but game changer. All right, so it's like an hour later and Winchester's now up and I don't look like a crackhead anymore. I did my face. And I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit why I think it's so important for me to have those 5 eggs every morning. We have chickens, number one. They're free range, and so we have farm fresh eggs for free every morning. And so I like to have as much as possible with the yolk inside them because the yolk is so nutrient dense, and I don't get nutrients as much from like red meat or just like the good healthy fats from as many grains as most people do. And so that's where I really seek them out. Also, because I lack dairy in my diet, I'm missing out on a lot of good fats there as well. And so I like to have those 5 eggs every morning in order just to make sure that my diet is nutrient dense. It's got the good healthy fats, good healthy vitamins in it. And I started off early in the day so that I have time to start digesting them and for them to get into my milk supply and for my son to have good caloric intake in the morning. It's important while breastfeeding to be aware of where your diet is lacking and where you need to kind of fill in some gaps. For example, for the longest time, I was not getting my proper water intake in. And when I started breastfeeding, I really saw the need for more water. I'll show you my huge water bottle. I got this at Walmart, like on the sale aisle for 10 bucks. It's a 64 ounce jug, and I drink at least 2 of those a day. I usually try and drink like 2.5. Of course, in the middle of the night when I get up to feed him, I'll drink some more. But if I can just get 2 of those, so that's 120 ounces into my body a day, I notice a huge increase in my milk supply and just a lot better like state of mind. I feel it. I'm hydrated. I can do this. I can whatever. And so, oh, little man's coughing. I should let you go. But I just kind of want to put that bug in your ear. For my diet, I find it really important for me to have those 5 eggs and to have a lot of water intake. Can we just talk about this dino butt? I think it is the cutest thing in the world. But I also think he's the cutest thing in the world. I just had to share that. All right, now we're headed out the door. We have a church. It's called like the annual church cleanup day today, this morning. And so my husband is already at the church helping clean up. But I know that I'm going to be sweating a little bit probably and just out of the house. So I won't be able to grab a snack kind of later in the morning, which is what I usually do. Usually around 10 a.m. I start getting hungry again. So I'll have like oatmeal or something. But since we're not going to be able to do that, I am grabbing a rice cake. I just use... It's the Quaker brand, lightly salted rice cake, and I'm putting some Jif on it. I love Jif reduced fat peanut butter. It has reduced fat, which is probably good because I consume a lot of peanut butter, but then also it has like a grainier texture to it, which I really enjoy and my husband really enjoys. So it's kind of like a win-win. But yeah, I consume a lot of peanut butter. It's a big source of protein for me. Other than the eggs and maybe like fish and chicken, man, I really consume a lot of my protein from peanut butter. And so anyway, I'm having this rice cake with peanut butter on it as I head out the door. We're headed out the door and on our way to church. So hopefully I'll work up a great appetite. All right, we're done with the church event. We're headed back a little early because Winchester conked out with a nap and there was nowhere to set him down. There were so many like fumes and stuff. Normally I would set him down in my husband's office, but they had deep cleaned it and so it smelled like Clorox. And so I was out of there. I was like, no more fumes. All right, it's a little afternoon. Oh, excuse the robe. I was giving Winchester a bath. So I got wet and just put on my towel robe. But it's a little afternoon and so I'm going to eat some green beans and an apple. I hesitated showing you guys this meal just because I know it's weird and different, but I also want to be real and honest. This is what I eat and I have limitations to my diet. And so over time I've adapted and developed my favorite meal, and it's a weird one, but it's my go-to. And honestly, I think we all have those weird things. Some people like putting their ranch dressing on their pizza. I like making this meal. So to each their own. If you have a funny, weird meal, comment down below. This is mine though, I'll show you. So don't judge until you've tried it. This is my favorite go-to meal. Craisins, peanuts, and peanut butter all on my green beans. I'll show you when it's all put on it. All right, and there it is. It's great. It's the sugar with the craisins, then the saltiness with the peanuts, and the peanut butter just to kind of soften, like putting normal butter on it. So this is what I'm having for lunch. I'm having peanut butter with my thinly sliced apple, and then peanut butter, peanuts, and craisins on my green beans. Literally the best thing ever. Thumbs up. And then I think I'm also gonna try some of our homemade granola. I just threw, I think it was walnuts, almonds, of course oats, some quinoa, coconut flakes, vanilla, and honey into a bowl and toasted this up yesterday. Some of it got a little bit burnt, but it is delish. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have that too. Winchester is gonna help me show off this unsweetened almond milk. I actually like it better than some of the other more popular brands. The flavor is just a little bit less obnoxiously vanilla, if you know what I mean. And if you see, it's just 30 calories, but it's got the dairy-free, soy-free, and gluten-free, which I always try and stay away from that soy. So I find it helpful. Anyway, I put that on a little bit of granola and that was really good. So maybe try this brand. It's probably a little bit cheaper. It's great value. Winchester is making sure that he is heard. Are you making sure that you're heard? Is it your nap time? It's like almost 1, so it definitely is his nap time. Can you say hi? Say, Mama's eating good for me. All right, and for the last meal of the day, oh my goodness, I'm still in my robe. I meant to change out for you guys, but I'm still in my robe. We've been watching The Blind Side all afternoon, and so I'm just as I am. But for dinner tonight, we are having salmon and garlic broccoli, as well as some cowboy potatoes. I'm not a recipe follower. My husband always laughs. I don't like recipes because it means somebody's telling you what to do, honestly. So I just threw some potatoes on a pan with chopped up green peppers and red peppers and onions, and then just spiced it up however I thought sounded good and called it a day. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. I think it's confusing and intimidating sometimes whenever you hear gluten-free and dairy-free, and people often text me like, what do I do? The doctor told me I have to try this or whatever. And honestly, if you just think back to the basics, think protein, think veggies, think basic grains, think basic fruits, you're good. You're good to go. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. This is what I ate today. I'll probably end the night with some Jell-O, and then that's literally all. So I hope you enjoyed this and give it a thumbs up or a comment. Thank you so much. Bye.